Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, may the divine lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the annual retreat of the Vedanta Society of Toronto on the second day of the retreat, being conducted by Swami Balabhadrananda ji Maharaj, Assistant General Secretary of the Ramakrishna Math and the Ramakrishna Mission, who is visiting from our headquarters at Belur Math, India. And those who attended yesterday know how beautiful was the retreat. His talks were so touching to the heart. And hope we'll find something that enriches our whole life from his talks and changes our life. In fact, one of the attendees yesterday came today to me and said, Swami, after listening to Swamiji's talk, I feel like I should take initiation. So I said, yes, of course, Guru is needed, as Swamiji said. So wonderful. So like that, life-changing messages were there. As much as we can inculcate in our life, we can grow in our spiritual field. So to introduce Swami Balabhadrananda again, those who didn't attend yesterday for first time today, Swami Balabhadrananda ji Maharaj joined the Ramakrishna order of monks as a novice, a brahmachari at Ramakrishna Mission Institute of Culture, Kolkata in 1976. He was ordained into a vow of brahmacharya in 1984 and received sannyasa ordination in 1986. He served the Ramakrishna Mission Institute of Culture for about 3 decades till 2005, looking after its publication department and youth affairs. Swami Balabhadrananda ji became monastic in charge or secretary or head of the Ramakrishna Mission Ashrama Asansol in 2005. In 2012, he was elected a trustee of Ramakrishna Math and a member of the governing body of the Ramakrishna Mission, and was transferred to Belur Math at the headquarters of our order. And since then, he is one of the assistant general secretaries of our order, looking after its administrative work. So busy he is in his work, so he hardly finds time to even travel or have any off day or go on vacation anywhere. This is the first time, he says, he took this much of time off from his work just to be with us. So we're very grateful to you, Maharaj, and we hope that you will get time like that in future also, and we'll get you again. If not, if 1 month is too long, because it was to US and Canada, we would like to request you to at least come to Canada, even for 15 days. That would be enough. So now I request Menaka, the coordinator of the retreat, to speak about the house rules.
Good morning and a warm welcome to everyone on the second day of our retreat. The Swamis got us started on a beautiful journey yesterday with wonderful spiritual thoughts and ideas and guided meditation. The journey will continue today. Just to give you some idea about what's involved in the retreat, you will be divided into 3 groups after Swami's talk. You have been given notebooks to take down notes which will be helpful during the discussion. I will make further announcements regarding the group discussion later. Some housekeeping notes. Please turn off your cell phone or put it on vibration mode. And if you have not registered for the retreat, please do so now. The spiritual food will be served by Swami Balabhadrananda after the devotional song by Deepa. Thank you.
Kim naam rodishi sakhi Tvayi sarva shakti Amantrayasva bhagavan bhagadam swarupam Trailokam tava padya mule Atmaivahi prabhavate na jada kadachit Atmaivahi prabhavate na jada kadachit Kurmastaraka charvanam tribhuvanam Utpatayamo balat Kimbho na vijanasi asmat Rama Krishna dasa vayam Rama Krishna dasa vayam Rama Krishna dasa vayam Shinasmadina sakaruna jalpanti mudha janaha nasti kyanti dvantu dehatmavada turaha Praptasmavira gadabhaya abhayam pratishtham yada astikyan tvidantu chinumo Rama Krishna dasa vayam Rama Krishna dasa vayam Kurmastaraka charvanam tribhuvanam Utpatayamo balat Kimbho na vijanasi asmat Rama Krishna dasa vayam Rama Krishna dasa vayam Rama Krishna dasa vayam Pitva pitva paramapiyusham Vita sansara raga Hitva hitva sakala kalaha Prapinim Swartha siddhim Dhyatva Dhyatva Shri Guru Charanam Sarva Kalyana Rupam नत्वा नत्वा सकलभुवनं पातु मामन्त्रयामः कुर्मस्तारकचर्वणं त्रिभुवनं उद्पाटयामो बलात् किं भो न विजानासि तस्मात् रामकृष्णदासावयम् 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 प्राप्तं यद्वै त्वननिधिना प्राप्तं यद्वै त्वनतिनिधिधं निधिनं वेदो दधिं मथित्वा दत्तं यस्य प्रकरणे हरिहर ब्रह्मादिदेवैर्बलम् पूर्णं यत्तु प्राणसारै भौमनारायणानां रामकृष्णं स्तनूधत्ते तत्पूर्णपात्रं मिदं भोः रामकृष्णं स्तनूधत्ते तत्पूर्णपात्रं मिदं भोः कुर्मस्तारकचर्वणं त्रिभुवनम् उद्पाटयामो बलात् किं भो न विजानासि अस्मात् रामकृष्णदासावयम् 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 रामकृष्णदासावयम्
I offer my salutations to Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, Swamiji, Bhagavan Buddhadev, Jesus, and all the prophets in any religion. My regards and namaskar to Swami Kripamananda Ji Maharaj. My best wishes to all of you, all the devotees and admirers of the Holy Trio and the Vedanta present here. Just now we have listened to a wonderful hymn, probably not very known to us. This is written by Swami Balabhadrananda on Sri Ramakrishna. The theme is, when Sri Ramakrishna is with us, we need not to be afraid of anything. We can even uproot the universe. We can even munch and devour the stars in the sky. So this kind of faith and power and strength based on the divine incarnation may come in us if we only want to have. So today's discussion of this session is dealing with the unreal. Many of the things that we have discussed in the last two sessions yesterday could have been included in this topic. So, and many of the things that I will talk in course of dealing with this subject may be repetition of what have been already said. But our scriptures, they praise repetition. It is said, and that comes in my favor. It is said that as it is a thing, the subject like this, a thing that we very often tend to forget as we face the issues of life. So it is better that it should be repeated again and again. The exact expression is Avritti Sarva Shastranam Bodharepa Gurieshi. If you repeat it, certain verse, certain saying, you have not understood it, but you have got by heart, you have memorized it and go on repeating. Then what will happen? You carry it with you. So you have not understood when you have heard it first, but you carry it, you have memorized it, and that is why you can carry it in your life. With various experiences of your life, gradually the real purport of that saying dawns on you. That is why repetition is good. Repetition is good means you can think over it again and again. So I now go into this subject, dealing with the unreal. The subject has been put in a catchy manner, but the real meaning is very simple. How to live in this world. How to live in this world, understanding the temporal aspect of it, as well as the real behind it. Sri Ramakrishna is a very simple expression in Bengali regarding this world or the kind of life we had to lead here. You say in Bengali, Gole male mal ache. You say, Gole male mal ache. The meaning is, this life is all worthless, but not entirely worthless. In this worthless way of life, there are substances of worth also. So that we have to find out. In this worthless way of life, there are some things which are valuable and permanent. In this temporal life, there are permanent things are also there. So how to find that permanent, how to focus our attention on the permanent aspects of this temporal life, that is the question. We know all our scriptures as well as our seers and saints say in unison that this world is unreal and only God or Brahman is real. But for all practical purposes, we find that the world around us is very real to us because we can perceive it, touch it, interact with it. And actually, God Himself, to most of us, seem non-existent. So, but the scriptures, they are the real well-wishers. Scriptures and saints and seers, they are the real well-wishers. Shankaracharya used to say that the scriptures, our scriptures are Adaravati, like Adaravati Janani, very caring mother. It goes on drawing our attention to the truths, even if those truths are very harsh. So, one of those harsh truths, in Kathopanishad, there are two words have been used, Shreyas and Prayas. Shreyas means, Prayas means immediately it seems very attractive to you. Immediately it seems inviting, things of enjoyment. You need not discriminate, you need not think twice to go after many of these things of enjoyment. But afterwards, we may feel that we did not do good to go after this. So those are termed as prayas. And shreyas is the lasting good. Most of these lasting good are not very pleasant, but still our scriptures repeatedly draw our attention to shreyas. One of these shreyas is this, that this world is unreal, reality is only God or Brahman. Scriptures go on reminding us of this ultimate truth because unless we get detached to the world, unless we practice detachment to this world, then we will be ever away from the reality. To the extent we get attached to the world, to that extent we go further from the real. Now, what this reality is, what do we mean by the term unreal, and what do we mean by the term real? The unreal does not mean that it is illusory. When you say that the world is unreal, it does not mean that it is not existing, not at all existent. This gathering, according to this, the gathering is also unreal, but it does not mean that this gathering is not taking place, the retreat is not taking place. Then what is the meaning? What do they mean when they say that this world is unreal? By saying unreal, it means that it exists, but not in the eternal sense. This world is always changing. As we see it, this world in the form, this very moment, it does not exist in that form the very next moment. It is always on change. It is always in a state of flux. That is why it is unreal. But this very unreal world points to the reality existing behind it. The stock example, that is used in our scripture is that of Rajju Sharpa. Rajju means rope or thread, and Sharpa means snake. To see a snake in place of a rope because of poor light. That false snake scared all very much, but when the light was brought, it was found to be a harmless rope only. Now, the wrong knowledge of the snake was possible because of the real existence of a rope behind that. If the rope will be only of 1 foot length, the snake could not be of 7 feet length. So the unreality points to the fact that it has a reality behind it. So unreality is not totally unreal. It is a mixture of the real and the unreal. Shankaracharya says, Satyam Nrite Mithuni Kritte. Satya and Anrito. Truth and unreal. The real and the unreal. This world is a mixture of real and the unreal. How this mixture has been possible, that is indescribable. Therein lies the, in between lies the, how this mixture has taken place. Therein lies the conception of inscrutable Maya. So we are not discussing that aspect of Maya, but the effect is this. Maya cannot be explained, but its effect can be perceived. So the effect of that inscrutable Maya before us regarding this world is this, that this world is not all mithya. This world is not mithya, no doubt, but this world is not mithya, and illusion is not the same. Olic and mithya, there are many discussions, scriptural discussions are there, whether the world is, this jagat is mithya or olic. We accept as mithya. So this word mithya means satya and anita. It is a mixture of the real and the unreal. Sri Ramakrishna also says that example, Golemal, that also makes the same sense. This world has stop as well as nonsense. No stop. It's a mixture of the real and the unreal. So now, there are two ways, two means to deal with this unreal world. As it is the mixture of both the real and the unreal, there can be two ways to deal with this unreal world. One aspect is the traditional way, which is to deal with this world, focusing our attention on the unreal part of this world, mithya part of this world. It is rather harsh. It wants us to negate this world totally from the very beginning. It talks of detachment and regular spiritual practice. You be detached to this world. As Sri Ramakrishna says, that you have to stay in this world as a maid servant. Maid servant, she would always say that, pointing to master's house, she would always say that it is my house. Referring to master's son Hari, it is there in gospel. Referring to master's son Hari, that maid servant says, my Hari has become very naughty. But all the time, she knows from heart that this house does not belong to her, this child does not belong to her. Her house is at the village and her child is also there at village. So, but she works meticulously, all attention, with all attention, she serves master family. So, the traditional way is this, that you will remain in this world with detachment. You will do all your duty but your mind will be focused on God. So this is traditional way of dealing with this unreal world. You keep your mind on God, and with a detached heart, with a detached mind, you do all your duty. Another means is to focus on the real part of the unreal world, the Shatta part of the unreal world. And in this case, this we discussed yesterday, to accept the world as God, to love all as God. The former approach was one of denial of the world. The traditional approach is to deny the world from the very beginning. You deny the world, by denying the world, you arrive at the ultimate truth, which is God. The new approach is to deify or divinize the world. The master says, you must not avoid your duty. You will have to be in the world. You have to do all your duties to the world. You will perform all your duty. In the former case, in a detached manner, knowing that nobody belongs to you, only God belongs to you, and you belong to God. And to maintain this attitude of detachment, you have to go on doing spiritual practices regularly. In the latter case, you do your all duties to everybody, knowing that everyone is your God. And to maintain this attitude, you have to do regular spiritual practices. So to sum up what I have said, to sum up this, these are the main things. That this world is unreal. Our goal is not this unreal world. Our goal always remains the reality, which is God or Brahman. So, the unreal world must be tackled with, because reality is our goal, not this unreal world. So, we must know how to deal with this unreal world rightly, so that we never lose sight of the reality behind it, so that we steadily progress to God or Brahman. Now there are two ways, because the unreal world consists of both the real and the unreal components. The first way is to deny the world altogether, to remain in the world in a detached manner, and to maintain this idea of detachment, as well as the idea that God is the only reality and my ultimate goal. We have to do our regular spiritual practices. So, the traditional way is this, that you remain detached, you go on doing your spiritual practices regularly, so that you can maintain your detachment, and at the same time, you can remain focused steadily on your ultimate goal, which is God or Brahman. The second way, we can say the Ramakrishna Vivekananda way. The way is to deify, the way is to focus on the reality aspect, of this unreal world. This unreal world rests on the reality. So we'll focus on the Shatta aspect. So focusing on the Shatta aspect, we divinize the entire world. Nothing to discard. As Swami Vivekananda said yesterday, we discussed that you need not. Yes, surely you have to renounce, but renouncing does not mean any negative thing. You should not cease to love your near and dear ones because you want to reach the reality. You go on, you continue to love your near and dear ones. You continue to take care of all the people you are taking care of, but only change your attitude. So long you used to love The people of this world are Mr. and Mrs. so and so on. But now you find God in every place, in everybody. You find God. So this deification of the world, this change of attitude to see God in place of the world and His beings, that is called renunciation. So to deify, we have to deify this world. We have to accept everybody as God. We have to do all the duties to them with all sincerity. All sincerity. We will not see our duties as hindrance. We will be up and doing to serve all. So nothing in this world is a hindrance to my spiritual progress. And to maintain this attitude, that's it most important. This is as a theory, both the theories are very good, but in both the case, in traditional way of dealing with this unreal world by maintaining detachment and focusing more attention to God, that is also difficult. And the new way of deifying this world and doing all duties in that deified attitude, that is also difficult. So to maintain this attitude of detachment or deification, we should go on doing our spiritual practices regularly. So this is the thing, to deal with this unreal world properly, so that the reality behind it, the ultimate reality which we call God, when we follow the path of bhakti, and which we call Brahman, when we follow the path of knowledge. Most important is our day-to-day spiritual practices, and in the field of work to implement what we understand, what we earn during our regular spiritual sessions. So regular spiritual practices, as well as maintaining an attitude of detachment or maintaining an attitude of deification of this world, we need to do regular spiritual practices. And the best way is, as the Ramakrishna Mission, as the sadhus of the Ramakrishna missions, as well as the lay followers of Ramakrishna mission do, we combine both the traditional approach as well as the modern approach. That means whenever I find that I cannot deify, I fail to see God in you, then we maintain the attitude of detachment. I am serving you, I am doing my duties. Still I find that your demand is more. Regarding when we deal with the near one, sometimes we find this. I am doing my duty more than what I should have done. Still I cannot satisfy you. You are complaining against me. So all those things, when it hurts, we can take both the attitude. We can say this world is mithya. So I don't expect anything. I should have done this thing in a more detached manner. Surely I have not been able to do in the detached manner, in the required detached manner. So that is why when he is complaining, it is hurting me. So that approach also I'll take up. Whatever is convenient, I will take up. That approach also I will take up, or I'll take this approach of deifying. Oh, he's not happy with me. He's not happy with me. Then surely he's God himself. So surely I have done some mistake. Some neglect has taken part. That is why my God is not happy with me. So let me see if I can be more perfect. So combining both attitude, we should proceed in this world. So this is not very difficult, not very easy also. Not very difficult, not very easy also. If it was difficult, nobody would ever tried it. And if it were very easy, then everybody would have been successful. So this is an ideal state, that it is neither difficult nor easy. So anybody can take up this. This way, many people, many sadhus, almost all the sadhus and many followers of Ramakrishna Mortal Mission, they are living in this world, having these attitudes, and they are having joy, they are progressing steadily. And in some cases, we find results also, especially in the manner some of our sadhus, some of our devotees breathe their last. From that it becomes evident they have been able to live rightly in this world. This world has not, this unreal world, which is a mixture of reality and unreality, this unreal world has not posed any permanent obstacle to them. That is why they have been able to attain the ultimate goal, or at least they have had good hold on the ultimate reality, so that they have been able to lead this life in such a manner and breathe their last so boldly and happily. So this is all I had to say. So this is now placed before you for your discussion. Your discussions are very well. when you summed up yesterday, I found that what I wanted to say but did not say, what the points what needed more elaboration and clarification, you have done that. I felt that if I would have heard your talks before giving my talks, that would have been better. Okay. So what is this? Oh, now it will be group discussion.